Well, we're getting a wrap on this now, and the next session is something called RPR, which we're very excited about. The Realtor Property Resource is something the National Association of Realtors developed, and it's a wonderful system, and it's designed specifically to help you figure out what these houses are worth and determine what adjustment factors need to be applied to them and stuff. It's a fantastic system. So that's going to be the next class. So this one was all about kind of appraisal concepts, CMA, figuring out what's what. So I hope you found it very, very helpful. I wanted to take just a moment and give you some closing thoughts. The first one would be, when I came in the real estate business, I had a listing presentation, and we talked about how long I'd been in the business, about my company, and how cool my manager was, and a bunch of other stuff that nobody cared about at all. And as I got a little smarter in the business and attended more seminars, I stopped talking about a listing presentation and started talking about a marketing proposal. Because when I was talking to sellers, the only thing they cared about was, what are you going to do to sell my house, okay? And an integral part of that process is to make sure that it's priced properly. So I can tell you this much, all other things being equal, let's say you have two other competitors that are going in the house, and if everything else is a level playing field, who's going to win? Well, in my opinion, the person with the best presentation is going to win. And this is important. The most important part of your presentation is not you, not your company, not even your marketing proposal. In my opinion, the fastest way to build credentials and credibility with the people that you're talking to about going to work with them is with a great, great CMA. And the RPR program does that, charts and graphs, and it's all multicolored, and it just screams professional, okay? So please come to the next session. The person with the best presentation wins. The beating heart of that is a great CMA. So become and remain the expert. That's what happens with RPR. The other thing I want to share with you is when you're doing an MLS profile of what's going on with the property, which should be done up front and should also be done every 2 to 4 weeks, something should be sent out to your sellers. There's something called tourfactory.com that will do a great job of doing that for you. If you do that, if you send them continuously upgraded upgrading CMA information, always include solds, what's happened. Okay, we have a saying in the real estate business, solds are ancient history. Actives are your competition, and expireds are failures, the ones that failed to sell their house. So what's most important? The actives that are on the market. You should do a detailed analysis of every listing you have, and especially in a market like this. If they're on the market for 2 weeks and there's nothing going on, and there are very few showings, no offers, etc., that means that most people are knocking them out right in the visual presentation, whether it be whatever they're looking at, Zillow. They're making a decision based on their virtual showing to ignore your house. Now, if you have some showings but no offers, that means that they're using your house basically to make a decision to buy somebody else's. So don't duck that, and don't, it takes courage and vulnerability to call up a seller and say, I think we missed a little bit on this, we need to get the price down. Tell them up front, I could be wrong. It's an opinion of value. Make sure that you're vulnerable and professional enough to understand that you're going to have that conversation. All right? So it's really all about location, school district, get the adjustment factors updated, and most importantly, in conclusion, use the CMA as a listing tool. It's a way to talk about your skills. Okay, there's an old saying, tell me I'll forget, show me I may remember, but involve me and I'll understand. What's really cool about a great CMA is that it's an involvement tool, it's an engagement tool. You get to discover together what the home is worth, and that's how you want to present the CMA. Don't go in there like, you're issuing an edict on high, just sit down with them together, to their left or to their right, not across from the table, and say, let's look at what I've discovered together about the price of your home, and share some ideas about where we should go from here. I guess that's kind of it, and I appreciate you taking time for me. Hope this was helpful.